Imagine this. Someone hands you a cup and you drink it without asking what's in it. Because everyone drinks when the cup comes around. Because you stopped asking questions a long time ago. Questions meant doubt, and doubt meant you weren't committed to the cause. You gave up your apartment, your family's phone number, your old life. Hundreds of people around you in a jungle pavilion, night air thick and warm, all drinking the same purple drink from the same vat. You have all done this before, so it's nothing new. But this time as you are drinking it, you feel something is wrong. Suddenly, you see the first person collapsing, and then another. And before you can figure out what's going on, you feel dizzy. Suddenly, you fall to the ground. Oh, hey there. You've probably heard the expression drinking the Kool-Aid. And if you haven't, it's what people say when someone believes something so completely, so uncritically, that they've stopped thinking for themselves entirely. Politicians drink the Kool-Aid. Influencer followers drink the Kool-Aid. Your uncle who won't stop talking about that one podcast drinks the Kool-Aid. It's used casually, almost as a joke, as if the origin of the phrase is some abstract cautionary tale that has nothing to do with real people. Here's what it actually refers to. November 18th, 1978, Jonestown, Guyana. 918 people dead in a single night, the largest loss of American civilian life until September 11th. And for the record, it wasn't even Kool-Aid. So let's talk about what this actually was. Jim Jones founded the People's Temple in Indianapolis in the 1950s, and in the beginning, it was the real thing, one of the first racially integrated congregations in Indiana, feeding the homeless, visiting prisoners, building genuine community for people who had none. He moved the church to California in the 1960s, where it grew into a serious political force. Thousands of members, connections to city officials, a reputation for actually doing what most churches only talked about. Then, in 1977, he moved the whole operation to the jungle in Guyana, told his followers they were building a socialist utopia, a place free from racism, free from capitalism, free from everything that was wrong with America. They called it Jonestown. Around 1,000 people followed him there. What they found was a settlement carved out of jungle, food rationing, exhausting labor, armed guards, and Jones on a loudspeaker that never seemed to turn off. And the White Nights, middle of the night calls to the pavilion, where everyone was told to drink poison and die with dignity. Rehearsals, tests of faith, drills Jones ran until death stopped feeling like death. On November 18, 1978, Congressman Leo Ryan flew to Jonestown to investigate reports of abuse. Some members tried to leave with him. Guards followed them to the airstrip and opened fire. Ryan and 4 others were killed. Jones called the final White Night that same evening. He preached belonging. He preached justice. He preached that the world outside was corrupt and dangerous, and that inside these walls was the only place that made sense. And that is exactly what lured you in. But that was before the jungle got harder than promised, before the food got short and the hours got longer, and the loudspeaker never seemed to turn off, before the doubt started building and had nowhere to go. Tonight the pavilion is full. Jones is on the microphone telling you the enemies have finally come. The guards are at the perimeter. The children at the front are being given the cup first. Someone hands you yours. Purple, sweet, grape-flavored. You drink it, not because you believe anymore, because everyone around you is drinking, and you are exhausted and alone, in a way that years of isolation made inevitable. So, what's in the cup? Potassium cyanide, sodium cyanide, Valium, Phenergan, all of it dissolved into grape flavor aid. Not Kool-Aid, though that's what everyone calls it. The cyanide reaches your bloodstream within seconds. And what it does there is one of the more elegant ways chemistry can kill you, if elegant is a word you're comfortable using about this. Every cell in your body produces energy through a process called cellular respiration. Inside your mitochondria, a chain of proteins passes electrons down the line until they reach the final enzyme, cytochrome C oxidase, which combines them with oxygen to produce ATP. ATP is the fuel, not oxygen itself. ATP. Oxygen is just the ingredient. Cytochrome C oxidase is the factory that turns it into something your body can use. Cyanide walks into that factory and locks the door. Your blood keeps delivering oxygen. Your lungs keep breathing. But the enzyme is blocked and the factory is shut, and your cells are receiving a raw ingredient they have no way to process. You are drowning in oxygen your body cannot use. Every cell switches to its emergency backup, anaerobic metabolism, which produces energy inefficiently and floods your blood with lactic acid as a byproduct. your blood becomes acidic. Your organs start failing fastest where energy demand is highest. Your brain first, then your heart. The Valium is keeping the edges soft. That was intentional, engineered into the recipe to manage 900 people simultaneously. But underneath the sedative, the cyanide doesn't care about comfort. 10 seconds after that cup, your chest does something it has never done before, and every remaining part of your brain that still works clearly understands that the doubt was right. Here's what it actually feels like. First, the taste. Bitter and metallic underneath the grape. Wrong before your brain can name it wrong. Then a burning moving down your throat into your chest, like something being switched off at the root. Your legs go weak within 30 seconds. Your vision starts narrowing at the edges. And underneath all of it, the Valium is doing exactly what it was designed to do. Keeping the panic at a frequency your body can manage. Engineered calm in a cup. You are terrified. You are just not as terrified as you should be. That gap is the most unsettling thing you have ever felt. Around you, 900 people are at various stages of the same thing. Some crying, some singing. Jones, still on the microphone, his voice everywhere, telling you this is dignified, this is revolutionary, this is what you prepared for. You have heard that voice for years. Right now, it sounds like something very far away. Your thoughts slow, not confusion, effort, each one taking longer than the last. Your body is rationing what's left, and your brain is first in line to lose its share. The cells that power your neurons are shutting down, and thought becomes something that requires more than you have. You think about the people you stopped calling, the letters you didn't write back. That's what's there at the end. Not the cause, not the mission, the ordinary things on the other side of the gate. Then the convulsions start, and thought isn't possible anymore. Your muscles contract hard, without permission. Your body arches. Your jaw locks. 30 seconds, maybe less. Your nervous system is short-circuiting, neurons firing as they die. The last electrical noise of a system going dark. Your heart tries to compensate until it can't compensate anymore. The sounds of the pavilion get very distant very fast. Then, nothing. 918 people died in Jonestown on November 18, 1978. 304 of them were children. It remains the largest single loss of American civilian life until September 11th, and it happened in a jungle clearing in South America that most people couldn't find on a map. The drink was Flavor Aid, not Kool-Aid. The brand that became synonymous with the whole event wasn't even in the building. A small detail that says everything about how casually this story gets retold. Jim Jones did not drink with his people. He was found with a gunshot wound to the head, likely self-inflicted, possibly not. The man who spent years telling his congregation that revolutionary suicide was the ultimate act of faith and dignity did not perform it himself. And the whole thing was triggered by a congressman. Leo Ryan flew to Jonestown to investigate reports of abuse. Some members tried to leave with him. Guards followed them to the airstrip and opened fire. Ryan and 4 others were killed. Jones called the final white night that same evening.